I was going. You fell down to the ground on your knees. You glanced at a look up and were terrified just looking at Jungkook's eyes, which turning red and were staring back at you. What I am trying to explain. You thought to yourself while looking up at him, usual straight and cold face. About how things turn out this way. Or am I trying to say I didn't mean to betray him intentionally? You lowered your head as tears slipped down your cheeks. Even though I know he won't believe me, but still. I didn't do it because I wanted to. All I wanted to do was make sure my sister was safe. You said with tears still dripping down your cheeks non-stop. I know you won't believe me. I know you would think I did all this for my own greed and to get back at you. But did really mean to do any of this. You started crying your heart out, letting out all the emotions that were killing you deep down each and every day. It was never my intention to hurt you. I will accept all the punishments, so please, even if you send me to prison, I won't fight. And before you could say anything further, JK rubbed the tears off your face. Your eyes went wide, seeing Jungkook down on his knees in front of you. I will not do that. So stop crying. You looked up at him with your red puffy eyes just to find him staring down your ankle, which got spinned while you lost your balance and fell down to the ground. I promise, I will bring your sister back safe. His eyes were filled with heartful expressions while he looked at you. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry for everything. What is he saying? I looked at him in shock. He used to despise me, think of me as a nuisance. He is the one who wanted me to disappear the most. Then why? I couldn't take my eyes off him as I watched his every move. Let's go and get it treated. He lifted his hand up towards me, making my heart beat faster for a second. For a second I thought, as if the time stopped and I wanted to stay in this moment forever. I took his hand and he suddenly hugged me. It's alright now, everything alright. He pulled me closer and for some reason, hot tears streamed down my cheeks again. I have never felt these feelings that cannot be concealed or summing up. I don't know what to do, but I want to rely on him for a while. It feels as if everything is going to settle down together soon. How can you still be so calm, Jungkook? She slammed her hand on the desk. Jungkook ignored her words and continued with his work. Have you ever considered what would have happened to the company if she really would have handed over the other documents? But Jungkook didn't seem like he was listening to her. He was busy in his own thoughts. Yesterday, her eyes, it looked as if she lost all the hopes. Jungkook, are you listening to me? She asked, making him snap back to reality. Huh? What are you even thinking? You said Wyan is not the culprit and someone is using her. She paused and added, how can you believe her so easily? What if she is lying and she is helping the Kim family to go against you and she is the real culprit? She asked while Jungkook went silent. What if it's your wife? I don't care. What? I said, it doesn't matter. He looked at Maya with a stern face, making her eyes go wide and her mouth fall open. He is not kidding at this point. Suddenly, Jungkook's phone buzzed. The screen displayed an unknown number. He picked up and his brows lowered and pulled closer together. Want to see your wife safe, right? How about joining me for a coffee? I will send you the address and yeah, I like it when only invited guests arrive. I hope you understand. Saying that, the phone cuts off. Where are you going? She questioned as she watched Jungkook leave in a hurry. Jungkook! She followed him out, but Jungkook was not in his senses. Reaching home, he rushed upstairs towards your room, thinking maybe that person over the call might have been kidding. Ryan! Ryan! He shouted your name out. Listening to him calling you so loud, housekeeper Min, along with other maids, rushed towards the hall in a hurry. Master, where is Ryan? He quickly turned around to face her. Lady is not home yet, she replied, not understanding what in the world was even happening. Without wasting much time, Jungkook rushed downstairs and walked out of the main door, taking out his phone. Without a second thought, he drove off in the direction the person over the call had sent. I never thought you would go to this level. You gritted your teeth, looking up at the person who was standing in front of you. But I did. He smirked. Don't you feel ashamed of your doings? Ashamed? Is this how you show your respect towards your dad? He asked as you clenched your jaws in anger. No matter how hard I think, you are not a human being. You gave him a hostile glare. He poked his cheek with his tongue as he got down on his knees to look at your face. Daughter, you are hurting my feelings now. He lifted his hand towards you, but you pushed it. He took a deep sigh as he watched you look away from him. Just kill me already if that's what you want. Don't waste much time, you said, still looking away from him. Don't be silly. How can I do that? He said as he stood up. Suddenly, realization hits you hard as you looked at him in shock. Are you planning on using me to hurt Jungkook? He asked, making him smirk. My daughter is so smart. Don't do that. I'm warning you. Don't you dare do that. You yelled at him. No way. I kidnapped you for this reason, and how can I miss it? Do you have any idea how hard it was to run away from the prison? He raised his brows at you. You were nasty. You were about to continue until the door of the room banged open, revealing Jungkook standing over there, short of breath. His gaze first landed on you, who was on the ground with both hands tied behind your back, and his face relaxed a bit as he found you safe. Oh, you're really fast. Your dad smirked, looking at him. He averted his gaze from you and looked up at him. How dare you? Ash. How, why, when? Not those questions, please. I'm not really in the mood to answer any of them. Your dad rubbed his temple as you and Jungkook looked at him. Let's get straight to the point. I want everything back that you took away from me. He will never do that, you shouted, making both of them look at you. Ryan, you are my lovely daughter, but... He slapped you hard, making you fall to the ground over your face. But I don't like it when you interrupt me. Jungkook was about to rush towards you until your dad pointed a gun in his direction, making him stop in his tracks. Did I ask you to move? He raised his brows at Jungkook. A faint trace of irritation was visible on Jungkook's face. Got down on your knees, your dad ordered as he sat down on the couch, which was placed beside you. Your eyes widened, listening to what he just said. Did he ask Jungkook to get down on his knees? You looked at Jungkook, who had already lost his temper. What are you thinking, young master? Your dad scoffed as if he was enjoying his own nasty game. Jungkook glared at him. Is that a no? Okay then. Saying that, your dad pointed the gun at you, making you and Jungkook flinch. You slowly turned your head towards Jungkook to face him, while tears welled up in your eyes. Don't do that. Please, don't do it, you said, making him look at you in shock. Don't kneel in front of this disgusting man. Please, don't do that. Your dad got enraged by your words.
Ryan, I will seriously kill you if you don't shut up. He glared at you, making you glare back at him with teary eyes. Then just kill me already. You shouted at him. Jungkook, who was watching you too slowly, started getting down on his knees, grabbing your attention. I like smart people like you. He cracked a maniacal smile as he walked towards Jungkook. This is where you belong, he said, looking down at Jungkook, who looked away from him. Alright, even I have no time for you. How about you just sign down all these documents and I will free her? Your dad pointed in your direction, making you think, what does he mean by that? What was he mean by let you free? Jungkook, don't sign them. You shouted out loud while tears flowing down your cheeks. If you listen to her, maybe you will lose her the same exact way you lost your parents. Wanna recreate the scene? Your dad whispered in a low tone, making Jungkook's eyes go wide open. His whole body started shaking with fear as his eyes went towards you. Jungkook, please don't. Looks like you won't shut up this way. Bring her in, Dad ordered. Someone and a person from behind the door walked in with your sister, making you turn numb. He looked at you for a while. He saw the fear of losing your sister clearly visible on your face. It was the same look he had on his face right now, but the only difference was he feared losing you.
I will sign them, but only on one condition. Your dad raised his brows at him, set Wayan and her sister free. He finished. You froze down at his words while your dad chuckled. That's it? He nodded in response. Okay, deal. I will let them free once you sign them all. Your dad grabbed the documents and the pen from the table and threw them in front of him. Sign it. There was silence in the whole room. Jungkook picked up the pen and started signing them all one by one. Here you go. Good. Very good. Your dad was more than happy as he went through all the documents. But I want one more thing, he said, placing all the files down. Jungkook raised his brows. Your life. Your dad laughed, making you gasp. He pointed the gun at Jungkook, and for the first time, you felt an instant pain in your heart just at the thought of losing him. Stop! Don't! You screamed.